Hello friends, welcome to Yoga Basics. This is Adelfa, and I am sad that we cannot be together teaching live in front of you at the Triad Yoga Studio. But I hope you find this online practice to be of benefit and help you to keep up your home practice until we can be back together again at the studio. So this is a yoga basics practice. It is suitable for anyone brand new to yoga. And for our practice today, we will be using some props. So whatever you have at home that you can use as a blanket. So if you don't have yoga blankets at home, you can use a couple of beach towels or some large bath towels or perhaps a throw blanket or something like that. So we'll need two of those. And a strap. So if you don't have a yoga strap at home, you can utilize a belt, excuse me, or a couple of neckties or a dog leash, anything that is about 6 feet in length, like so. So we'll begin our centering practice. So we'll fold our blankets like so, and then stack them on top of each other, and then come to sit in Sukhasana, or easy cross-legged posture. And we look for here that the hips are higher than the knees as you sit. And this allows for more freedom in the lower back and prevents these muscles here in the front body from having to grip so much. And now we'll bring our hands to our laps. Stare softly at the earth in front of you, or if it feels good for you, now close the eyes. So this is our time now, the beginning of our practice, where we are letting the body and the mind know that it is time now to practice yoga. And so feel your lower body rooting down into the earth. And from that rooting action now, lift the spine, pressing tall from the crown of the head. Support the lift of the spine with your lower belly fibers, gently drawing them into your spine, and then lightly lifting them up to your heart. Allow your shoulder blades now to draw down the back as you keep your spine lifted so that you feel length coming into the back of the neck. Turn your attention now to your breath, drawing soft breath in through your nose and soft breath out through the nose. The breath becomes more full and deeper, so make the length of the inhalation match the length of your exhalation. And with each breath you draw in, you let go. You let go of all of your day's activities. Letting go of your day and bringing your full attention now to your breath and to this moment here on your mat. We'll bring the palms of our hands together in prayer position, allowing our thumbs now to rest gently on the breastbone, right there in the center of the chest. And we connect now to that inner light that resides there in the middle of the chest, your energetic heart center. You're continuing to breathe, soft breath in, and soft breath out. And with each breath that you take, that light begins to glow brighter and stronger. Let's set our intention for our yoga practice now. So clarify within yourself why you're here to practice yoga. Keep your intention simple and set it in the present tense. Some examples are, I relieve stress, I gain flexibility, I am present on the mat. Now we bow our head towards that inner light and offer a moment of gratitude, giving thanks to our body for all it can do for us. Now we'll release our hands back to our laps, open our eyes if you close them, and raise your head. So let's interlace our fingers now, press our palms forward, draw our palms now up towards sky. As you press up through the palms now to the ceiling, let your chin draw down to chest. So we're stretching the back of our neck and stretching the shoulders here. We'll release, bringing our hands back down in front of us. Take a look at your hands and recross, so the opposite index fingers on top. And then let's repeat, pressing out, drawing palms up towards sky. Push up now through the hands. Chin will draw down to chest. Once again, giving some love to the shoulders and the back of the neck. Let's let the hands release now, and then draw your arms down by your sides. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, twist gently to your right. So now you bring your left hand against the outer edge of your right knee. Use that hand to help you pull your chest around. Your right hand is behind you for support, pressing gently into the earth or the prop. Warming up your spine here with a little bit of twisting action. Come back to center, rotating your body forward again, deep breath in. And exhale, twist to your left, using your right hand this time against the outer edge of your left knee to help you pull your chest towards the side wall. The left hand is behind you for support, pressing gently into earth or prop. And then we unwind. It's time to come off of your props, letting your sit bones come down to the earth. So slide your blankets or whatever you're using out from under your sit bones, and then let your legs come out and straight in front of you. So because you were sitting there for a bit in that cross-legged posture, let's reset our knee joint. So hands beside you, deep breath in, and then as you exhale, push the backs of your knees down into the earth and firm your quadricep muscles, the front of your thigh muscles. Inhale, legs relax. We'll do that 2 more times. Exhale, knees gently press into the mat. Front of your thighs, the tops of your thighs are firming. Last time, inhaling, legs relax, and now exhale, press, knees into earth. And let's release. Let's bring the bottoms of our feet together now, moving into bound angle pose. So here we press the base of our toe mounds and our heels into each other. Hang onto your feet or your ankles and move now into Baddha Konasana or bound angle pose. So as you're pushing your feet in, you're letting your knees draw down to either side of your mat, and you're feeling some lovely, lovely sensations and pulsations coming into your inner groins and your outer hips, which is the focus area for this posture. Hello, Baddha Konasana. So remember, as we go through our practice today, that you are practicing our golden rule of yoga, ahimsa. That translates into non-harming from Sanskrit into English. And so that's really what your goal is with yoga. Throughout the practice, you are always feeling, you're moving to that edge of discomfort, you're staying away from that realm of pain. If anything is painful for you, then you stop doing it, exactly. So don't linger in a posture if it's painful, you immediately come out. Try to adjust, perhaps not going so deep, and it may be the case that the posture just isn't for you. So you may not be able to even do the posture, which is perfectly alright. Let's let the bottoms of the feet fall open like the pages of a book, and we'll deepen our inner groin stretch here by pressing gently to the thighs using hands or forearms. Stay off direct pressure of the knee joints, so keep pressing to the flesh of your thighs. You can lean into it a little bit with the upper body, and we're helping these knees to get a little bit closer, maybe just little micro movements towards the earth. Again, working in that, keeping that concept of ahimsa, not harming, in mind. So we'll release now. Use your hands on the outer edges of your knees to draw your knees toward each other. And we're going to lie now on the back body. So it's good to have some head support here. So perhaps a folded blanket or two to support your head. And then do have your strap nearby. Some of you, depending on what's going on with the head and the neck, you may need more than one blanket underneath the head. And so you can go ahead and double stack your blankets. If you don't know, just have that second blanket ready for you to reach for in case you need it. And then now we'll lie down on the back body. So we'll come all the way down, lying down. And again, you have your strap or whatever you're using for your strap nearby. We'll let our legs just come out and relax along the earth. And we'll let the hands rest on the belly here. So we're going to just take a few moments of deep breathing here. So check in now with your head and neck and see, is my head comfortably supported? If you are sticking your chin up and you have some tension coming into the back of the neck, that's a good indication that you need more support. If that's the case for you, then reach for that second blanket and now put it underneath the head. You want your forehead to be higher than the chin as you rest here, so that's another way that you can check, is my head comfortably supported? So hands are resting on belly, legs are just relaxing out. We close eyes now if that feels good for you. And if closing eyes creates any sort of uncomfortableness or just anxiety, for example, in body, then just keep your gaze soft, staring at sky, eyes open. So we'll rest, taking a few moments of breath, and this is a moment of what we call self-studies, vidyaya. So as you're just pausing here for a moment, you're feeling and breathing. And scanning now the whole body and taking a check, seeing how things are going today. So just notice how your back is feeling. Notice if there's any tightness or grippiness there. How about the hips? How are the hips doing today? How are the shoulders doing today? And we're just taking that soft breath in and out and checking in, taking our baseline. So notice what's going on in your body today, and then we'll release that practice, that little moment of svidhyaya. And we'll open eyes now and bring arms overhead and draw our legs together as much as possible. So move anything out of your way that's going to prevent you from bringing your arms overhead. Legs come together as close as you can. And we'll now start some full body stretches as part of our morning series. So with your breath in, the whole body just relaxes. And now as you breathe out, flex your feet, push your heels forward, stretch your arms behind you, and like you're going to touch the wall behind you, reach out and pull belly button down into earth, taking your full body stretch here. Inhale, everything relaxes, and then exhale, full body stretch. Belly button coming in, heels pressing forward, reaching through fingertips for backup room. Inhale, we relax body, and then one more time, full body stretch. Heels pressing, arms reaching, belly button coming down to mat. Now it's time for our single knees to chest, so we reverse our breath. So with the in breath now, full body stretch. And with your out breath, draw your right knee into chest. Your hands come and reach for right shin or right back of thigh. And we squeeze knee into chest. And pause and breathe here a moment. Feeling again, pulsation sensations coming into the hip region and the right lower back region. Let's return to full body stretch, inhaling. And then exhale, your left knee comes to chest, hands capturing shin or back of thigh, and we squeeze and feel. So now we're noticing that left outer hip and left lower back. Let's return, full body stretch. We'll pick up the pace a little bit. Right knee comes into chest, we squeeze. Return to full body stretch with your in-breath. And out breath, left knee in, squeeze. And one more time, inhaling, full body stretch, always breathing in and out of the nose, exhaling, right knee to chest. And last time, full body stretch, and left knee. And now we'll take double knees to chest, so taking an in-breath with our full body stretch, and now drawing both knees into chest, squeeze. And if your lower back is talking to you a lot today, let your feet land first and then slide your legs out as you're returning to full body stretch. And then knees coming back into chest again. And then one more time, inhaling, full body stretch. And exhaling, knees into chest. And then hold here with your knees held into chest. So I hope you're all doing okay. And then these slight little movements, these warm-up movements are feeling pretty good for you. So now we'll rock our hips side to side and give ourselves a sacral roll, massaging that flat area of bone called your sacrum, which sits right above your tailbone and fuses your pelvic bone together. So just rocking your hips side to side, let your knees come apart here. And then we'll take a bent knee twist. So with this posture, move things out of your way so that you can stretch your arms out beside you. And if you're in a space like I am where you have something hindering that stretch of your arms, you can bring your arms into 90-90 shape. So bend at the elbows and then rest your arms out beside you on the floor. Knees are still into your chest. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let your knees drop over to the right side of your mat as far down as you can go. So now you're in this bent knee twist. Your knees are dropping to the right side of your mat. They may make it down to the earth or not. They may be hovering. Bring your chest, your belly button, your gaze back towards the sky. If your neck feels okay with it, turn and look over your left hand. If when you turn your head and look, neck doesn't like that, just shift your gaze back towards sky. So some compression maybe in the neck and some tenderness there. So don't compress neck further by turning gaze. Just keep it to ceiling, no big deal. You're breathing and enjoying getting a stretch in the hip opening, the outer hip, your trunk rotator muscles, the muscles that you use to turn your torso around are being stretched. Your side obliques, your abdominal muscles are getting some love. Your lower back is getting love. Your spine is getting love. This is what I call a 2-for-1 deal. Bring your knees back up. A deep breath in again. With the exhalation, knees drop over to the left. And if you are going to run into anything, such as a wall, just shift your body around to make it more accessible. So I'll slide out a little bit here, and then let my knees drop now to left side of the mat. So again, our knees are dropping to our left. We think now of pulling the belly button, pulling the chest, the gaze back towards sky. Look out over right arm if your neck feels okay with that. Enjoy the hip opening, feel those pulsation sensations, vibrations coming into lower back, into your abdominal muscles, particularly the side abdominal muscles, your obliques here. Stretching all through side body. And then we return our knees back towards sky. We'll let the left foot come down to the mat. Let's get our strap, keeping your right knee into chest. And we'll move now into big toe pose, or Supta Padangusthasana as we call it in Sanskrit. So take your strap, loop it around the head of your right heel, and press your right leg up to straight. You hold your strap in each hand. So now we're working to stretch the back of our thigh, the muscles here called the hamstring muscles. So as you're working here, make sure there's no bend in this knee. When you're bending the knee, you're actually contracting the hamstring muscles. So you're actually doing the opposite of what we're trying to achieve here. So press your right leg up, no bend in the knee. And for some of us, it may mean to get a straight knee, we need to lower our leg towards the earth a little bit. Your front muscles are firm, so the quadricep muscles here on the top of your thigh must be contracting in order to lengthen out the back of the hamstrings. So check that you're pressing up through the heel and firming these quadricep muscles here. Check in with lower back. If it feels pretty good today, then go ahead and straighten the left leg out along the earth, keeping your knee and your toes up to the ceiling. If you feel compression in the lower back, it's really grippy and tight in there today, then just keep your left knee bent, foot to mat. So check in with the lower back and take a position that will be comfortable for the lower back. Bent knee, or perhaps straight leg. Your arms are straight, so make sure you walk your hands up on your strap, and then you want the shoulder blades to come back to the mat, so you slide your hands down a little bit so that shoulder blades touch back down to earth. And as I always ask you live in our classes, are you breathing? Did you forget about the breath? Find the breath again. Deep, soft, even breath in and out. Never forcing breath. Keeping it flowing nice and organically into body. I like to talk a lot during hamstring stretches so that you don't realize how long you're actually holding it. Did it work? Did I distract you enough? So let's take our straps down to the right hand, and just as a reminder, if it's difficult to grip straps, then just wrap the strap around the palm of your hand. That will help you hold it better. So you have both of the ends of your strap in your right hand. You take a deep breath in now, and as you exhale, let your knee travel out to the right side of your mat, your leg travel out to the right side of your mat, and drop your right elbow down to help you hold the weight of your leg out beside you. So now we're moving into Supta Padangusthasana, variation number 2, also called Parshva Supta Padangusthasana in Sanskrit. And our focus area shifts from the hamstring muscle now to the inner groin muscles. So from your inner knee, through your inner thigh, and into the pubic bone region. So you still have that straight knee here, pressing out through the heel now towards side wall. Gazes to the ceiling, or breathing deep. Knee and toes on left leg are staying up towards sky. Or you've got that bent left knee pressing foot into the earth, knee staying up towards ceiling. Take a few more full deep breaths here. We're never in a hurry, we're not rushing through things. We're really taking this time to come into the body and be present, be in this moment with the body and the breath. Leg returns back up towards the ceiling. We shift the strap now to the opposite hand. And again, remember you can do that wrap of the strap around the palm, which will help you hold the strap better if it's challenging for the fingers. And now we take a deep breath and we shift our foot over just a few inches past your belly button and line your right big toe up to your left shoulder, and we pause and hold it there. So now we're working on the outer hip. So focus has moved to the outer hip from the outer knee, down the outer thigh, wrapping into the buttock region and lower back. How good does this feel? I hope you're feeling all that yumminess and all that love coming into the outer hip. This pose is hitting up your IT band, one of our focus areas, this strip of muscle that runs your outer thigh, and also the piriformis, a little bit of muscle that hangs out under your glute, your butt muscles. And again, knee is bent if the back is talking to you, or perhaps you straighten your left leg out, knee and toes stay facing towards sky. Let's bring ourselves back to our starting posture, separate our straps into each hand, and we'll take a mid-air switch. So our left foot will come into the strap, and the right leg will come out. Have a bent knee posture if your back is talking to you today. Straighten the right leg out if back feels pretty good today. And so now we work with this hamstring posture for the left leg. So once again, there's no bend in the right knee. So you're firming the front of your thigh muscles, your quadricep muscles. You're pushing through the left heel this time to the sky. And there's no bend in the knee so that these hamstring muscles, the back of your thigh, will fully lengthen. If you have your knee bent towards you, then you may need to lower your leg down a bit towards the earth and then press the leg to straight in order to get that straight leg posture, and then stay and work with your leg now in this new position. You've climbed your arms up the strap, elbows are straight, and then you slid your hands down a little bit so that shoulder blades can be on the mat, comfortably resting. And you're breathing that soft, even breath in and out. Again, we're in no hurry. We're taking time. We're really feeling, connecting now back into the body and breathing deep, using the breath here to help get into that grippiness we may be feeling in the thigh muscles, the back of your thigh muscles, your hamstrings. So we'll shift our straps now to left hand. Take the wrap of the strap around the palm as you need to help you hold that up, and then let your leg lower out to your left. So you go ahead and do that, drop your left elbow down. I'm going to come out now and shift my body posture around so that I can join you with my left leg away from this wall. So again, straps are in your left hand, and you've let your leg come out beside you, dropping your elbow down now to help you bear the weight of that leg out beside you. Pressing through the heel, no bend in the knees still. Focus area, inner knee through inner thigh, wrapping into pubic bone region. Gaze returns to ceiling, and we breathe. Left leg, right leg, knee and toes towards sky. If it's straight, extended along the mat. And if it's bent, you're lightly pressing into the foot to stabilize. And knees facing up. So don't let the knee slide out beside you to either side. Keep breathing, soft breath into body, out through nose. And then leg returns up. We catch the strap into opposite hand, wrapping strap as we need to. And then shift our leg just a few inches past the belly button to line our left big toe up now to right outer shoulder. And then we pause and activate again. Check. Sometimes when we take movement, everything likes to get all relaxed. So check again that you're pressing through the heel, no bend in the knee, firming your quadriceps, the front of your thigh. So we're focusing now on this outer hip, from outer knee through the outer thigh, hitting that IT band, wrapping into lower back region and buttock region, and getting into that little bit of muscle called the piriformis muscle. It likes to get tight in our bodies because we sit a lot in our culture. So if you're like me and being self-isolating and social distancing at home, you've been doing a lot of that Netflix stuff and Hulu and all that. So this guy is feeling it. So enjoy all that yumminess, especially for your IT band and your piriformis. And then we unwind, we let that strap come off of our foot, and place the strap now beside you. And it's time now for one of my absolute favorite poses that I always tell you live in person. This is one of my most favorite poses. So this is called eye of needle. So we'll let our right leg lift up and cross our right ankle over our left knee. So right leg lifts and then cross right ankle over left knee. And flex your right foot so you're drawing your right toes towards your shin. So you created this hole now with your right leg. Lift up off your left foot, take your right hand through that hole, and then find your left leg with your hand, your shin or back of thigh. And then left hand comes and joins right. So now you've captured the leg and you pull your knees towards your chest. And now we check in with our upper body. Am I lifting my shoulders and my head off of my mat and trying to get this left leg? If that's the case for you, please get your strap. Take your strap behind that left thigh. Hold the strap in your hands. And then use the strap behind the thigh to pull your legs in so that they become your arm extenders and your head and your shoulders can come and rest comfortably on the mat. So you've either got the strap behind the thigh now, or again, you're holding on to the leg with the hands. And once again, we're working on the right outer hip. So you feel that sensation, pulsations, again, targeting that little piriformis muscle that helps you externally rotate your hip and getting into that. And you guys will probably hear some background noise. I have two very rambunctious dogs and I can hear them playing right now, so you may hear that on the video. So apologies for any distracting noises you may hear on this video. And then we'll unwind, let our legs uncross. So if you're using that strap, go ahead and shift it to your left back of thigh. Just have it rest there across your body, waiting for you to use, or you can hold it with the hands. Left leg lifts up, left ankle crosses over right knee. Flex your foot, toes draw towards your shin. And then we use the strap, or we find the hands now to the right shin or back of thigh. And again, you pull your knees towards your chest. Check in, upper body's resting comfortably. Head is back on the mat, shoulders are down, and you're breathing and enjoying all these lovely outer hip sensations, pulsations in this left side of your hip. You're finding the breath again, deep breath in, soft breath out. Using the breath to get into that grippy tight area and help it to release. And then we unwind, letting our strap come beside us again, letting legs unwind. Let's draw our knees into our chest again and give ourselves another little sacral roll. So rocking your hips side to side, massaging that flat area of bone called your sacrum, right above your tailbone in your lower back. And then we'll roll over to the right side of the body. And I'm going to go to my left so you can see. But we'll roll over to the right side of the body. We'll use our hands to press up and let your head come up last. Fix your hair. And then we'll come all the way up to standing posture. So far you've done a little bit of work to warm up the body and you've done a little bit of work for the hips. And we'll continue now. So we just worked hamstrings and outer hips and inner groins, and now we're gonna do a little something for this quadricep muscles, the front of your thigh. Have your strap nearby in case you need to use it, and then bring your body to the wall. Have the left side of your body closest to the wall so that you can put your left hand for support there. And now we'll bring our legs together, bend your right knee, lifting up your leg, and see, can you find that right ankle with a hand? If it's difficult for you to get down there to that ankle, here's where that strap will come in handy. So you can make a loop with your strap and then hook it around your foot and ankle, and then use that to pull up towards the buttock. So now you either have your strap around your ankle or you've got your hand around the ankle and you're pulling your heel towards the buttock. So you feel that stretchy, yummy sensation. Oh, this is really yummy for me. Coming into your quadriceps, the front of your thigh muscles. And it's important that you don't let your legs slide out beside you. So I'll turn forwards and switch my views so that you can see that. Don't let the legs slide out to the side. See if you can keep that kneecap facing down so that you don't bypass the stretch in the main quadricep muscle. You have four, and the largest one runs down the middle of your thigh here. You want to make sure you get some love there. So turning back so you see my right leg in the view again. Breathing here, supporting yourself with your hand on the wall for balance. And then we release. And now we just change our body position, switching over. Take the strap and get it ready for the left ankle if you were using it for the right. So now right side of body is facing towards the wall. Right hand comes to wall for support. Legs come together for standing. And then lift leg up using strap or using your hand if you can get down there to the ankle, and pulling heel now towards buttock. Don't let legs stretch out beside you. Draw that thigh to midline of body, kneecap facing down as much as you can, and breathe. Hello, quadricep muscles. Having a lot of love in these muscles for me today. Hope that you are enjoying some yummy sensations there in your own practice. One more deep breath here. And then we release that ball. And now we'll come down to sit again. So again, a couple of folded blankets underneath the hips, or you can even use some pillows off your bed. Making sure that you're sitting up high so that the hips are higher than the knees. And we'll also get our strap again. So coming once again to sit cross-legged, Sukhasana. And we'll move down to some shoulder work. So first stretch we'll do is just a simple, what we call oiling the hinge, oiling the shoulder joint. So just take your strap in between your hands, between your thumb and your index finger, and then slide your hands a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And as we work this posture, you may find that the hands need to slide even further apart, or perhaps if your shoulders are pretty open, you can draw your hands a little bit closer together. We're all different. It just depends really on what's going on in your body and how open you may be feeling, or how grippy you may be feeling. So strap is between the hands. Hands are a little bit wider than your shoulder width apart. We try to keep our elbows as straight as we can. Hands are in front of you. Take a deep breath, lifting arms up, inhaling them up. And now as you exhale, draw them behind you, as far down behind you, trying to take them as far down to the hips as you can. And you may make it down there, you may be not. You may be stuck somewhere between sky and behind you. And then trying to keep elbows straight. So here's where hands, again, may need to slide apart some. We bring the strap back overhead and back down in front of us. So we'll go back and forth a few rounds here. So inhaling, arms coming up. Exhaling, arms are drawing down. And then reversing that. So this is taking your shoulder joint through full range of motion. And this is a very good practice for us. And again, as you're working, you're going to your range of motion. So your range of motion may not be the same as mine. So coming behind you, especially, a lot of us get stuck and grippy as we go behind with the strap. So you may end up somewhere in between, down all the way to the hips and to the sky. And don't worry, as you're working here, and if you continually practice, you'll see some improvement on that movement. And again, being conscious if you've had any sort of things going on like shoulder injuries or shoulder surgery, again, you're going to that range of motion that is suitable for you. So let's finish out this round of drawing the strap in front of us. And then we'll pause a moment, letting the strap release, giving ourselves just a couple of big shoulder rolls, moving backward and then going forward. All right, so now we're going to move into Gomukhasana with our shoulder work. So taking the strap into the right hand, and then we lift that strap up towards the sky. And I do like to fold my strap in half so it's not so long, but it depends on what you're using, and if you'd like, fold the strap in half. So right arm has the strap, reaching for the sky, left hand is out beside you, your thumb is facing down, your palm is facing behind you. Bend your left elbow now and draw your left hand behind your back. And then drop your strap, bending your right elbow, and catch it with the left hand behind the back. So you stay there, and I'll turn around and show you what that looks like. from behind. So right hand has the strap, left hand is out. I bend my left hand, it's behind, or left elbow, my hand is behind my back. I drop and catch the strap. And now we wiggle our hands together on that strap as close as we can, trying to make contact. Maybe hands come together, maybe they don't. If you're able and hands can reach, fingertips can reach for each other, you can put the strap down and just use your fingertips to fingertips. But for the large majority of us, the strap is going to be used for this posture. So now you've got your strap in place, the hands have wiggled together as much as you can. Bring the right triceps towards your ear, so the back of your right arm. You're drawing that towards your ear and holding it there. And now we can bring our mind into the shoulder blades. So the shoulder blades in the back body. Draw that right shoulder blade towards sky. So right shoulder blade moves up. Your left shoulder blade comes down. Both shoulder blades will move to the right. So slide the shoulder blades to the right. And now bring both shoulder blades forward into the front body. Sometimes when we do that front movement, drawing your shoulder blades into your front chest, you want to hammock out the lower back, so we'll back bend. And that's not what we want. So pull these lower belly fibers into your spine, lightly hold them in and then lift them up to heart so that you take that back bend out of the body. And I'll turn to the side so you can see. So with the shoulder blades moving forward, keep this lower back from hammocking out and sticking out your front ribs. So pull those lower belly fibers in so that you have that neutral alignment of ribs over pelvic region. And then let's release. Give yourself a couple of big shoulder rolls, letting your strap go beside you. So roll shoulders backwards and forwards a few times. And then let's go to the other side. So strap goes into left hand that lifts up to sky. Right hand comes out, thumb is down. We bend our right elbow, our hand is behind our back. We catch and drop our strap here into right hand. We wiggle, wiggle, wiggle our fingers as close together as we can. And we start the shoulder blade work. So first let's move the back of the tricep and the back of the arm towards the left ear. So roll that arm towards the ear and hold it there. And now bring that left shoulder blade up. The right shoulder blade draws down. They both move to the left side now and then move forward. And again, we're pulling in those lower belly fibers and breathing here. So taking that hammock out of the back. One more deep breath here. And then we'll release, let our strap come beside us. And then take another couple of big shoulder rolls forward and backward. No, I always say that I'm actually going forward when I say go backwards and backwards when I go forward. But you know what I mean. All right, last shoulder opener, Garudasana, eagle arms. Our arms come out beside us. Palms are facing down. Right elbow across over left. And let's see what happens with the arms. Can you wrap your arms around so that you bring your palms to touch? If you say nope, then maybe the backs of your hands can touch. And you might be saying, nope, not that either. So maybe your hands, then you'll be more of an X shape with the arms. The hands will just come and rest down on shoulders. So a few options for you there. We lift our elbows up to shoulder height, regardless of what your arm position is, and then move your elbows forward. So keep your elbows lifted, move your elbows forward, and then draw your shoulder blades down the back as you keep your elbows lifted. So elbows are lifted, shoulder blades are spreading wide apart and then down back, and then now we let our head release forward. So here again, we are opening up the shoulders, this time getting into all that space right in between the shoulder blades and stretching the outer shoulders here as we work in this Garudasana posture. And let's unwind, let the arms release. Couple big shoulder rolls, backwards and forwards. And let's go to the other side. So returning your arms out to your sides, palms are facing down. This time left elbow is crossing over right. See what happens with the hands. Maybe the palms can come and touch. Maybe the backs of the hands. Maybe your hands just rest now on your outer shoulders. Elbows lift to shoulder height. Move forward away from your face. Spread your shoulder blades wide down your back. Keep your elbows lifted and let your head release. So once again, while you're working here, you're getting in all that space in the back of the neck. You're getting into all that space in between your shoulder blades, and you're hitting the outer shoulders here with this posture. This is a great one for you to take if you are working a lot at the computer or you do a lot of things on a smartphone. If you have that sitting posture a lot in your day, with your head looking forward, your shoulders rolled forward, your abdominals collapsing forward. One more deep breath here, letting the back of the neck get some love as well. And then we release. Couple big shoulder rolls forward and backward. All right, so we're going to take one more posture here before we head to Shavasana. And this posture is just a simple child's pose. So it's nice sometimes for your knees to have a little bit of support, especially if you're working on a floor such as I am, a hardwood floor type of situation. You might not need as much padding if you've got your mat and carpet. So we'll bring a blanket onto the center of the mat, and we'll come to all hands and knees, and then let our big toes come together and walk our knees out to either side of the mat as wide as the mat. We'll let the hips drop down to the heels and let our belly come forward through the knees as we stretch our arms long. And we stretch, 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 and bring our body down until your forehead rests all the way into the earth. So this is the posture, child's pose. Now if you're in this posture and your hips are still up and your body is more forward, then consider building up your posture. So you may need some more blankets or some extra pillow perhaps, or if you have more towels that you can build up your support here, so that you build the floor up to you so that you can rest more comfortably with your posture. And you'll bring that support underneath the belly and the chest to rest. Arms are just stretching out, and we're breathing deep into this lower back region. Outer hips are getting some love again. And turn your palms up to let your shoulders release. So, feels so lovely. Now to come out, bring your palms by your shoulders, push your way up. And now we'll set up for Shavasana. This is our final resting pose, and this is really one of the most important poses of our practice. So if you're thinking about turning this video off right now, I highly recommend you don't, and that you do take this practice of Shavasana. So again, bring some head support for the head. That's always nice. If you have an extra blanket, then I recommend you roll it up for the backs of your knees. And then you come and you'll rest. So if you have another blanket for the knees, that's always nice. That will help take some pressure off of the lower back. Having your legs supported, and then head support there. And now it's time to come all the way down to rest on the back body. As you rest here, if you wear glasses, time for glasses to come off and place those beside you. Make sure there's nothing touching you that will distract you from Shavasana, so move all your extra props out of your way. Have your arms resting by your side, so draw them down towards the hips, and then move your arms maybe about 6 to 8 inches away from the hips so that you have some space coming into your armpit region. And do turn your palms up so that the palms turned out will release the shoulders down the back. Close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. If you want to keep your eyes open, then just stare softly at the ceiling with a very relaxed gaze. And so you stay here in Shavasana, and I will come out. Excuse me. All right, so you're staying in Shavasana, and I will come out now. And rest here now for a few moments. And this posture, as you're resting, allows all of that work that you just put in to be absorbed into the tissues and the cells of your body. So as you're lying now, resting in the final resting posture, Shavasana, you are fully relaxing everything. So check for areas of unconsciously held tension, such as your face. Let your lower jaw relax now. Let your tongue release from the roof of the mouth. Let your eyes relax back into the sockets. Allow the skin of your face to soften completely. Let the back of your neck relax, and that may mean you need a little bit of movement from your chin to your chest. It's time to allow the abdominals now to completely relax, and the fingers and the palms of your hands to relax. And let the toes and the bottoms of your feet relax completely. We'll stay here for a few moments, and I will call you out when it's time. So draw a slow and deep breath now into your body. And exhale completely. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle the toes to bring the awareness softly into your body again. And let your knees bend, drawing your feet down to the earth. And then gently rock your knees side to side several times. And now we'll roll to the right side of the body and pause, resting, lying on the side, and pausing for a moment here. Using your hands, and push your way up to comfortable seated posture. And so now join me once again sitting comfortably, and we'll bring our hands to our heart. Once again, we connect with the inner light, this energetic heart center that resides right here in the center of the chest. And we end our practice by saying the word Namaste. Namaste translates from Sanskrit to English as the light in me salutes the light in you. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening or day. Thank you so much for joining me for this Yoga Basics practice. And I hope to see you again in the studio very soon. Bye.